Neighbors demand answers after rampant masturbation takes over Seattle Park. This has led to the park changing its slogan, "Come for the nature and stay for whatever that guy's doing in the bushes." Old Man Jenkins, who visits the park on the reg, complained to reporters, "Back in my day, we waited until after the picnic to disgrace ourselves in public." What the f*** is up, Internet? Welcome to the channel, and thank you for checking out this episode of Crazy Ass News. Look, I don't know anything about this story, but instead of going in completely blind, I think it's fun to make a few predictions. I just think it makes it more interesting. And based on just the headline, my first prediction is going to be that the way that it's worded, this is not about humans. This isn't about like people in the park like rubbing one out. It's going to be like some kind of like mating thing. Like some animals are mating in the park and zoologists or some shit are studying it. And for my second prediction, my gut is telling me, after some thinking, that the animal that's jerking it in the woods in this park is like a bird. I'm trying to think of a park in Seattle. Like, there's definitely birds. There's going to be a lot of birds in a Seattle park, and I'm thinking that's the animal that's like just squeeging it out in this public area. And since every time I read one of these crazy ass news articles, something surprises the hell out of me, right? Like something just jumps off of the fucking page and blows my mind. And my guess for that is going to be that my first prediction is completely wrong, and it is people like rubbing one out in the woods. It's going to be people, because masturbation isn't the same as like mating rituals of birds. So maybe I'm going back on my second and first prediction, but I'm not certain. Alright, I'm not certain. If you want to play along, pause this video right now and throw your predictions in the comments. I'll put a timestamp right here. Okay then, buckle up. Let's see what I got us into this time. Residents of a Seattle neighborhood are pushing for the city to do something to stop alleged criminal acts. Oh shit. Criminal acts aren't animals, dude. Holy fuck, my first two predictions are out the window in the first goddamn sentence. What? Including rampant public masturbation at their local park. Yo. What the fuck? Rampant? Like, that tells me that there are like more than one person jerking it in the park at a time if it's rampant. What? It's got to be homeless people, right? Like, who else would be just jerking it in a park? A community group, Denny, Blaine for All, has sued the city over what it says is ongoing and unaddressed illegal activity at the park, which is an unofficial nude beach. Wait, which is an unofficial nude beach? Wait. Oh, shit. That's the crazy part. This is an unofficial nude beach? What does that mean? People just started showing up here naked like years ago, and it just, until it became normal? What do you mean unofficial nude beach? Like the cops are just like cool with it? What? It's bad activity, Lee Keller, a spokesperson for Denny Blaine Park for All, said, according to King 5 News. It's illegal, it's illicit, it's masturbation multiple times a day by men sitting on the wall, sitting at the park in view of homes and view of everything, and it's non-ending, and it's really troubling. Wait, what? I'm sorry, I kind of trailed off reading that, because my first thought is like sitting on a wall and rubbing one out. Like, what the fuck? Who would even think of doing that? Right, like a Humpty Dumpty? Like, what are you doing? On the wall?
Who does that?
Multiple times a day, men sitting on the wall. Sitting at the park, like a park bench? Dude, any park bench, like, you're either getting a sliver or you're getting frostbite, because they're either, like, made out of wood or made out of, like, metal. That cannot be a comfortable place to rub one out. What is going on here? Official nude beaches got me thrown, too. That is definitely the wildest part of the story so far. I mean, it's everything that I thought about the story is already out the window. Like, my crazy prediction was already, like, came to fruition in the first fucking sentence. Sophie Amity Debs, what kind of name is that? The co-leader of the Friends of Denny Blaine community group. What is this Denny Blaine shit? Denny Blaine Park for All. What? Which partners with the city to maintain the park and to deal with issues in this space. Agreed that there were ongoing problems, including the masturbation. Man, I really just expected it to be like, I don't know, robins or swallows. I don't know, like just birds doing like mating shit. There's just like a nude beach in Seattle, and people are like sitting on a wall or benches and rubbing one out. I am kind of mind blown. I really didn't expect that to be like a real thing. What? Full disclosure, years and years and years and years ago, I hooked up with a girl in the park, but it was like nighttime. There was like nobody around. It was a small town. Like nothing was happening. Like there was a little sliver of a risk of getting caught, but like no shot. To just be in the park where people know that you're rubbing one out is crazy. But also noted, the park is a special place for members of the city's LGBT plus community, is cautioning against too drastic of a changes. I mean, people shouldn't be rubbing one out in the park, dude. But I'm like still thrown about the unofficial nude park thing, the nude beach thing. That kind of changes the dynamic. If it's unofficially like a nude beach, it's not like people are taking their kids there, right? I mean, is it so well known that like, I mean, would tourists know? If you're visiting Seattle and you just wander through this goddamn park, like you're trying to find a fucking hot dog stand or something, and you fucking see some dude chilling on the wall rubbing one out, like, god damn, I can see that. There shouldn't be unofficial nude beaches. All nude beaches should be official, right? I feel like you're just risking that you're gonna surprise somebody. What the fuck? But my guess is that this fucking Denny Blaine group, they got some kind of beef with the gay community. So they're just like, they're probably like religious people. And maybe they're just like, and you know what I mean, whatever, like them people being there, like they take that as like an act of masturbation, that they're like, I don't know, maybe dudes are making out with each other or something. I don't know. Let's dig a little deeper and see what's cracking here. Denny Blaine means a lot to a lot of different folks. Sophie Amity Debs, the co-founder of the Friends for Denny Blaine community group, told King 5 News. I think it's one of relatively few beaches that are pretty actively inclusive space. Wait, this is the name? Denny Blaine is the beach? Wait, what? So who's the community group? Denny Blaine Park for All said, I'm confused. So Denny Blaine is the beach. Interesting. So it's just some community group that I thought they ran all the beaches, and this was the name of it, Denny Blaine. Interesting. Deb said that the park had long been a safe place for people in the LGBT plus community to gather and enjoy the beach. A lot of folks who want to be out in their bodies, so for a lot of queer and trans folks who might face harassment at other types of beaches, Deb said, Denny Blaine is just a really safe place. I don't know. Okay, so wait. It's a nude beach. And so these gay and trans people go there to be like naked outside? Like, who else is really doing that though? I mean, you do have skinny dipping, but like, that's not like in a public place. Usually that takes place at a pond in the fucking farm somewhere, or maybe a creek. Rarely is it like a public beach. I don't know. I'm a little, I don't know what to think about this quite yet. Debs expressed some concerns that the lawsuit would ban nude use of the beach altogether. Yeah, man, I mean, how did this place become an unofficial nude beach? I'm thinking that people just started rolling, like the 70s back in Seattle, like hippie days. People were probably just like nuding it up, right? Taking off their bell bottoms, right? And they're fucking, I don't know, like I'm just picturing 70s people. Maybe they kind of got like a little, you know what I mean, a little too vibey back in the day. And it just became like normalized. Interesting. I don't know, man. If it's Seattle in the city, you just have like a nude beach. It's kind of crazy to me. I never would expect such a thing. I think if you look at the neighbor's lawsuit, it becomes very clear that it involves removing nude use of the beach entirely, the group leader said. So wait, the neighbors? Wait, what? I am like, what? Am I reading this wrong? Who's the neighbors? At the neighbor's lawsuit. Okay, so the neighbors is just everybody. Okay. So the neighbors are like, it's a class action lawsuit against the city? Oh my god, yeah, I feel like you either have to come out and say, look, this is a nude beach or it's not. It can't be an unofficial nude beach. I'm sorry, that's just, there's something wrong with that. Keller disagreed with Deb's concern, saying the group's lawsuit was solely focused on stopping criminal activity. Yeah, that's kind of the shit they say, though. This is not anything about getting rid of nudity, Keller said. Nudity is legal in Washington state. Oh, really? What? I didn't know that. Okay. So does that take over as like the craziest thing? It's legal to be like publicly nude in Washington state? So is that, wait, what? Wait, what? That's not what the lawsuit says. We're talking about getting rid of illegal and illicit activities that include masturbation, inappropriate come-ons to people on the neighborhood, men pulling their parts out and ask women if they want to touch them. Okay, wait. If you're at a nude beach, I've never been to a nude beach. I don't know, like, what the standards are, like what is expected of you at a nude beach. I'm assuming you just shouldn't, like, it's frowned upon if you just start, it's not like an orgy. It's just people want to be outside naked as like a, they want to feel closer to nature or whatever. And so, yeah, they're going to be put off by a bunch of dudes sitting on the wall rubbing one out.
Oh my god, I just got a mental picture!
Interesting. I didn't know Washington state, like, nudity was just legal? What? Did you know that? I didn't know that. That is not legal. Nudity, that's illegal, and that's what we're asking the city to take care of. But they're suing. Right? They're suing because they're claiming that people are just rubbing one out. But they're suing the city? What do they want the city to do? They want the city to come in and crack down, right? I don't know who Debs is. Both Debs and Keller agreed that working together to improve the park will yield the best results. Yeah, I mean, that's just fucking yapping. That's just people yapping. Right? They're just gonna say whatever they have to say to the reporters so nobody, like, really presses them. What we need to do is make sure that the illegal activity stops, Keller said. We're not talking about activities that are legal. I'm sure there's common ground between the two groups. Nobody wants anybody jerking it in the park, right? There's like no pro jerk it groups. Neither one of these people, right? So yeah, there should be common ground. The only people that want there to be jerking in the park is the people that are jerking. Nobody else is into that shit. They would just plan some orgies if they were into that shit. right? Like the masturbators gotta they gotta step up their game. They gotta get on social media. They gotta find fucking Facebook groups that are like, hey, look, let's show up, not at the park where, people are just trying to be naked and fucking experience nature. A seedy hotel like normal people and have an orgy. Like, stop showing up at the park, you fucking weirdos. People are just trying to be naked there, okay? Friends of Denny Blaine hopes the Seattle police officers and park rangers will agree to take part in a training that includes reminders that nudity is not illegal in Washington. The group is planning to host a free bystanders intervention training on May 18th. Holy shit. Well, I mean, if you're a cop in Washington, there's probably been fucking times you got called somewhere and showed up and people were like, look, dude, read the statutes. Statute 69 says I can be out here fucking weed whacking with my weed whacker out. I don't know, like, what the fuck? Like, I don't think that it'd be news to them. I don't know, man. I feel like the fact that the state allows nudity, there are going to be people on either side of that issue who are going to exaggerate stuff to kind of push their own, like, agenda. It happens with everything. And so the people that are against, they're probably against nudity, right? They're trying to play it off like, hey, nudity is fine, right? Just stop yanking it, right? And the other group is like, dude, we're just trying to be naked. Nobody's yanking it. Right? Well, and maybe there are people yanking it and they're trying to like be like, stop yanking it, man. You're ruining it for the rest of us. And I feel like that's kind of like society in a nutshell, right? I don't know. That's so bizarre. I didn't have no clue that Washington State was like legal nudity. And you just have unofficial nude beaches. That is insane to me. Going back to my predictions, like, yeah, I got one right. The rest of them just fucking fell by the wayside in the first fucking sentence. I really was convinced. Well, I guess I wasn't really convinced. When I thought of the prediction, I was like, I read the headline and I'm like, yeah, there's no way that they're talking about people. And it turns out they're talking about people. Oh my God, so insane. Dude, look, if you have a nude park in your fucking community, just go there and be nude. Appreciate the view, right? Or don't, whatever. You know what I mean? Sometimes the view's not that great. Just don't climb up on a wall and start rubbing one out. Just when you think you've heard it all. Jesus. Let me know what you think about this crazy ass story in the comments. But that's all I have for now. I'll catch you on the next one. Later.